Hello and welcome to AP Calculus, virtually, I suppose, or some of you are in the classroom, and it depends on where you're at and how you want to look at what we're doing here. But most of it will be virtual. On the computer, you'll be seeing me or hearing me doing a lot of the teaching. So this is AP Calculus. We're going to get you ready for that AP exam in May of next year, May 4th exactly at this point in time. Depends on if they change it or not, like they did last year. Want to prepare kind of in the way we've done in the past as well as what they did last year. Last year they did all FRQs. There was no multiple choice sections with it. We really don't know what's going to happen this year. We have a meeting in October, and hopefully then they'll have a little more set idea of what's going to happen, what the course is going to look like. Until then, we're going to push through and we're going to really roll. We've cut several days here with pushing school back at the beginning, and we're going to have to make those days up. So be prepared and ready to learn. A little bit about myself. Those of you that don't know me, I'm in room 404, still in there. I have been teaching for 23 years here at Colerain High School. I've taught AP Calculus for 5 to 6 years, had pretty good success with that, and looking forward to working with you and making you successful on that AP exam. Still married. I have 4 kids. My oldest is at Purdue this year, just moved her in, and I have 2 in high school and 1 in the middle school. For the course, what I thought I would do is go through the course syllabus with you. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. I can do this. It's my first time doing it, so bear with me if you would. Our course goals start there. I guess there's my email. Going to be important for us this year, gwweaver@nwlst.org. I am room 404, but that's going to be by appointment, I suppose, this year, so we don't have too many people congregating at one spot. Course goals, basically it's going to be a traditional calculus course. There's 3 basic branches of calculus. There's the limits, derivatives, and integration. And we're going to look at those through the graphical, numerical, and analytical process. Again, you can read through those course goals if you wish. I'm kind of excited with the new book that we've got. Here we are, the Calculus for AP. It is by Ron Larson, and he's the main author of that. We have used Ron Larson's book in the past. I really like his books. They're to the point. There's a lot of examples. There's a lot of problems. And he does a great job, I think, of preparing you for the AP exam. This book actually is going to be geared a little more toward the AP exam. There's a lot more AP questions, and kind of follows along with the framework of AP. Some expectations. Come to class prepared. If you have questions, ask those questions. It is imperative that if you have a question, you get it answered, because in calculus, it's going to build upon itself. Everything builds upon itself. So today is going to build upon yesterday, is going to build upon the day before. So make sure that you're understanding what's going on. I expect that you watch all the videos that I prepare. I don't do them for my health. I know the calculus. I'm looking for you to understand the calculus as well. Take as many notes as you need to. Last year's exam was open note. So I would suggest that you keep your notes and you have them organized and you have them ready to go so you can flip through them at the drop of a hat. Use language that's appropriate for the classroom. Of course, again, ask questions as they arise. No, that's not a typo. I did that on purpose. You gotta make sure you're asking the questions. And then put your whole heart into it. You can probably go out and you can find websites that will do any kind of problem that you want, but you're not going to learn anything from it. And when you come to the calculus exam, you're probably not going to earn your credit that you're looking for. So please give yourself the benefit of the doubt. You can do this. I'm here to help you in whatever manner we can, either virtually or in person or however it's going to work, but make sure you put your whole heart into the course. Most important. Some things I'm going to ask you to have, some materials. I'm going to ask you for a paper and pencil. You're going to need some graph paper as well. You don't need a whole pack. You don't need hundreds and hundreds of sheets. Maybe 50 sheets would be plenty. So if you have a friend that you can split a pack with, I would suggest doing that. have a binder or folder to organize yourself. Very important that you organize yourself. Again, that exam last spring was able to use notes, so make sure you're ready to go with that. The TI 84 Plus calculator, talked about this at the end of last year. You'll want to be working to get that 84 calculator. The 83 will work, but it's not going to do all the calculus things that we're going to want it to do as easy as we can do it. So if you, by at all chance, get an TI 84 calculator, you want to go ahead and pick one of those up. And then you're also going to need a device to be able to upload your paperwork to Google Classroom. I am not collecting any papers whatsoever this year at this point in time. If things change and we're able to get back to normal, whatever normal is, then I could possibly start collecting some papers. But at this point in time, my objective is not to collect one paper from you. Everything will be uploaded into Google Classroom like we ended last year. For grading, the first 3 quarters, I do a split. Assignments are 30% and quizzes tests are 70%. And then my quarter 4 is based on points. I do this because I want to have most all of the coursework done before the end of the 3rd quarter. Generally, it goes into the 4th quarter, and this year I believe it's going to end up in the 4th quarter, just with as little time as we've got. We're starting late, and the exam's a little earlier this year, so don't know what 4th quarter is going to quite look like. Who knows what tomorrow is going to look like, to be honest. Assignments. Here's how assignments going to work. Grading is going to be very similar to what we did last year. Each assignment will be worth 5 points. I'm going to collect that through Google Classroom again, and then grade it. Basically, generally, I grade 2 to 3 problems of the assignment, the ones that I really am looking that you understand. And then I will give you points on accuracy and on completion. So you'll get 2 to 3 points on accuracy, and then 2 to 3 points on completion as well. Every assignment, every assignment has to be handwritten. I am not going to accept a Google document with all the problems worked out. Don't think it's going to happen. So make sure you're handwritten. At the top of your paper, make sure you have your name, the date, the bell assigned that's assigned to you. So even if you are virtual, you still have been assigned a bell, either bell 3 or bell 4. So make sure you have that bell on there so I know how to get it into the progress book. And then the page number before you upload that into Google Classroom. All assignments need to be submitted through Google Classroom. Each assignment will be due at 11:59 the day after I've assigned it. So if I assign an assignment today, it'll be due at 11:59 tomorrow in general. Now the first several days here, you got some leeway, and those dates will be given to you accordingly within Google Classroom. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. I am going to hold an online meeting to discuss any questions that you might have on an assignment. So the way I've got this class set up is that you're going to watch a video, you'll have an assignment, and then the next day we'll come in, we'll do a Zoom or a Google Hangout, and you can ask any questions. Then you'll have the rest of the day in order to get those corrected, get them submitted, get them uploaded into Google Classroom. And then a website that you're going to be interested in, I listed there, is calcchat.com. And we'll go to that here in a little while. But basically, that's going to allow you to see all of the selected problems, generally the odd problems, worked out for you. Quizzes and tests, I will be doing quizzes and tests this year. They will be timed, and they will have to be uploaded into Google Classroom by a certain time, or they will not be accepted. And you'll have to go through another process in order to be able to take that quiz, or you may not even get credit for that quiz at all. And we'll work through those issues as well, but they will be timed, and they will have to be uploaded at a specific point in time, very similar to AP exams last year if you had to take an exam last year. Late work assignments are going to be submitted after the due date, and time will be marked late, and I will be assigning a maximum of 50% of the original value. So if it was worth 5 points, the most you're going to get is 2.5 points of that assignment. That's if they were all correct. And assignments that are after 2 days late, I will not be accepting. I cannot go back and do what I did in the spring when I gave you all the time in the world to do it. It was a mess for me, and it was very cumbersome. Absent work is the same policy. If you're out a day, you get a day, sort of thing. Extra credit, I will do some extra credit this year, some AP style questions for you to help you and to work with. Extra help. This is kind of a different one, I suppose. Yeah, I was always here at 7 o'clock, and I was here in the afternoon until whenever. We really can't do that, I guess, this year. I can try to be here, and we can try to work things out. If you got to come in and you got to see me, that's probably going to be by appointment. Before school or after school, I can do email, and we will try to work everything through email or Zoom conferences, however we need to do to get you the material. I'm here for you, just not face-to-face necessarily here for you. It might be through the computer. You know, I can have a few of you here before school, but I can't have a lot. So I guess you guys all understand that. Some websites that you want to use, there's our Google Classroom, which I guess you already got into that. CalcChat, and then WebAssign. Our book is online this year, so that's going to be a nice thing. We'll talk about that as well. So let's go ahead and get into what an announcement, I guess, is going to look like. Here's our stream here. And I'm going to go into the first section to kind of give you an idea of what we're going to look at. The first week, 2 weeks, we're going to review pre-calculus, and we're going to review limits that we ended last year on. And what I've done is, you'll see here a section, we got P1, P3, and P4. That's the review of pre-calculus, our assignments. And then they're going to be due next Friday, or this Friday, depends on when you watch the video, I suppose, September the 4th. And then your answer keys, I have answer keys there for each of the problems that we're going to do. And then I also am creating videos that go along with each of those sections. At the beginning here, if you don't watch one of the videos, I'm guessing some of you know symmetry. I'm hoping you know symmetry, as well as functions and graphs. So you'll probably be able to work through a lot of that. But if you need to reference back, go ahead and reference back through it. So that's the way I'm going to set up my announcements. Again, notice those due dates. Due date is going to be Friday, September 4th for these 3 assignments. All right, and then if you go into calculus section 1 and 2, this will show up on Tuesday, September the 1st. You're going to see that we're going to slam through these sections. We're going to sections 1, 2, 3, and 4 all in one day, but they're going to be due on Tuesday on the 8th. So you're going to have a lot of time to be able to ask those questions. Again, we're getting started, trying to get everybody here on time and what we have to work with. You're going to see a lot of videos with this as well. So remember, at the end of last year, we went pretty slow through limits. This year, I'm not going to go slow because it should be a review, hopefully. So you're going to see those same old videos. You should be able to get through those. And then you're also going to see the notes that I put in for last year as well. So you'll see those that you can run through if you need a quick refresher as well. So that's kind of the way I've got Google Classroom set up. I will have the classwork again. Each assignment will have a place to upload the page number, the problems and the page numbers, as well as the due date there. So what I want to go to is go into that WebAssign. So if you go to www.webassign.net, I guess I went back there. Let me go back. There we go. So here's the main screen that you're going to see, the WebAssign. What you want to do to get into the online book is to enter the class key. So click on that. And here, let me go back to my syllabus. Where'd my syllabus go? There she is. All right, so if you go to the WebAssign, our class key is going to be northwest.oh. Northwest.oh. And then we need this set of numbers here, 2782. That's going to go in the second box there. And then the third box is going to be 0865. And you can click on enroll. And it's going to say your class fee has been accepted. yes, this is my class. You should see that it says Greg Weaver in Northwest High School in Ohio. Then it's going to ask you to fill out your email and then create a password, that sort of thing. All right. Or if you have another account, I don't know if you have an account, but you could link your other WebAssign accounts. I'm not going to finish through that process, but you should be able to come up with that pretty easily. All right. The other website I wanted to send you to is CalcChat. So if you go to calcchat.com, this is a very useful website here. If you come down on the first set, the calculus and linear algebra, and you're looking for calculus for AP 1E, and our book will appear there. And in here, you can type in any chapter that we're going to work in. You can type in the section and the problem number that you're going to work with. So maybe I want problem 11. If I go to that, it will work out for me that problem. Now, I will tell you that they will skip some steps. They will expect that you know how to do some different things. So if you don't understand something, again, you got to ask that question. So here again, question 5. Again, there's the problem and then the answer. So a good little resource for you to work with as well. I think that's going to take you through the course and what I'm going to expect you to do with that. I guess I need to go there. If you please have any questions, contact me. I'm in room 404. I'm on email, gweaver@nwlst.org. Let's make it a great year, and I look forward to working with you. Good luck. Now I got to get out of here. And how do I do that? Now you're going to see that I don't know what I'm doing. I have to stop sharing. And I'm going to stop. Now I know what I'm doing. Go ahead and laugh. Go ahead. I'll get the last laugh. You know me. Have a great year, guys.